This weird thing happened in 1971 where basically wages and productivity followed each other like two snakes intertwined. The nation became more productive, wages went up. Nation got a lot more productive, wages went way up. And then in 1971, something happened, and that is wages flatlined. And that is we decided that the majority of the spoils of increases in productivity, and now we produce more in a month than we did an entire year in the 50s, would go to shareholders. And there's some benefits to that. The markets go up. It makes it more attractive to start a business. We have the best capital markets in the world. But the wage earners or the middle class or the young who get the majority of their income through current income started falling behind. So you think, well, okay, why did that happen? It happened because we decided to make it happen. And that is the two largest tax breaks in American society are mortgage interest and capital gains. Who owns stocks and homes? People my age. Who rents and makes their money through current income? People your age. So while each year I likely have more income than you, because it comes in the form of capital gains, dividends, selling stocks, I pay a lower tax rate than you do. That makes no sense. So, and then if you look back on, well, how's this happened? Our leadership, our elected representatives are the oldest in the world. And every year they get older because they have figured out a way to create incumbency where 95% of the time the incumbent is reelected. So we have a Speaker of the House that is 81, a Senate Minority Leader that is 82, a Senate Majority Leader that is 72, and a president that, if he's reelected, will leave the West Lawn for the last time in Marine One at the age of 86. And his competitor will be an obese 82-year-old if he gets reelected and leaves for the last time. And then the first two states that dictate the presidential race are Iowa and Maine, two of the oldest states in the union. So what do you have? You end up with programs like Social Security. And people, that's a third rail. I can never run for office because I've said I don't think Social Security is executed well. Why are we, when I say we, why are you in your cohorts, working cohorts, and I'm still one of them, under the age of 50, why are you transferring $1.5 trillion of wealth every year to the wealthiest cohort in the history of the planet, U.S. seniors? Shouldn't it be the other way around? So why the cohort that has killed it and is wealthier gets $1.5 trillion from young people in the form of Social Security? I'm not saying we should do away with it. There's no reason why I should ever get Social Security. There's no reason my dad should be getting Social Security. And people say, well, it's a pension. I put money in. The average Social Security recipient will take out 2 to 3 times what they put in. It's called Social Security tax, not Social Security pension fund, meaning that a tax goes into the kitty such that it might help people, other people, benefit the country, and you might not benefit directly from it. So everything we've done, I would argue, over the last 50 years has been to execute a transfer of wealth from young people to old people. And as a result, we end up with a breaking of the most basic of social compacts, and we end up with rage and shame. And I think we can fix it. We need to bring down the cost of education. Kids can no longer access the American dream as easily. Housing has skyrocketed because we made taxes lower, so money went into the market. If you already own a home, it's great. But what if you're trying to buy a home? It's gotten so incredibly expensive. What if you're trying to get a degree? So I think the bad news is we have transferred all this wealth from young to old people. The good news is these are problems of our own making and we can unmake them. But we have to revert to where past generations were, and that is willing to make sacrifices to invest in the health of younger generations. And some, they talk about the greatest generation. Baby boomers are by far the greediest generation. It seems like everything we do is such that we can upgrade Nana and Pop-Pop from Carnival cruises to Crystal cruises. It needs to stop. We need to start investing in young people again.